We should have bounced up and down as well.
Lordy?
Yeah.
There are people selling hot dogs and selling shirts outside the stadium where we are going to play. This is where it all falls down.
Right. Me first. I've remembered mine. My one was very. My memory is vivid. I remember the. I can't remember if it was the chairman or one of the senior members of the committee had said to us that we needed to wear shirt and ties on the plane. You know, we said there's no point, but they said you must have it. So we all went in t-shirt and shorts, and then got changed on the plane. And then when we got off at the airport, we're all wearing grey trousers, blue jacket, white shirt, and the tie. And we thought there's no need. And we got through the doors, and there were TV cameras, radio, journalists, and we were swamped. And we went, okay, fair enough, maybe. So yeah, that's yeah.
Well, we turned up at the airport and there was like ESPN cameras and all sorts in Sao Paulo.
They came on the coach and were filming us on the coach.
On the TV.
Come on, mate, John. What's the song? Salve Corinthians! They took us to their state cup final. They were 3-0 up from the first leg against Botafogo, and we had the interpreter. The Paulista fans were singing this song, and we said, "What are they singing?" He said, "Botafogo, we are 3-0 up. We're going to pull your pants down and give you a good spanking."
I misread that and I went out that night. Sorry.
I think we underestimated how much of a big deal it was going there. We weren't really expecting cameras to be following us around, newspaper articles,
signing autographs.
No Morumbi, os ingleses do Corinthians-Casuals conheceram de perto a festa que a torcida corintiana faz numa final. O centroavante Ian Waghorn, o craque e artilheiro do Corinthians-Casuals, disse que nada disso se compara à torcida deles na Inglaterra. Seria fantástico termos uma torcida que nem esta. Nós temos 200 torcedores e aqui tem 80 mil no estádio. Nós somos um time pequeno, o Corinthians daqui é um time de massa. Define outro jogador do Casuals, Tony Blunt. Mas o Corinthians-Casuals também merece o calor dessa torcida. Afinal, foi graças ao time deles que surgiu o Corinthians brasileiro. Essa história entre pai e filho do futebol aconteceu em 1910. Numa excursão do time inglês pelo Brasil. O presidente da equipe inglesa nos conta que naquela época os paulistas ficaram encantados com que os ingleses jogaram aqui e por isso decidiram fundar um Corinthians no Brasil. Somos orgulhosos por isso. E por um dia o orgulho também foi se sentir corintiano. Com faixas, gorros e camisa, os jogadores do Corinthians-Casuals esperaram pelo gol. E nada. Dividiram a ansiedade com a torcida corintiana, principalmente quando o gol quase saiu dos pés de Marcelinho, mas a bola foi na trave. Cada lance ficou registrado na memória e nas câmeras dos ingleses. 91 anos depois da histórica expulsão pelo Brasil, o pai do Corinthians não viu o gol no Morumbi, mas viu o filho ser campeão paulista. E no fundo, bem que os ingleses também se sentiram campeões. Um título paulista para ficar guardado na história do Corinthians-Casuals da Inglaterra.
I was on the back page of the Sao Paulo newspaper. They compared me with their star striker.
It wasn't a great comparison.
No.
They didn't come out very well.
The only thing that was similar was the goal scored. So I'll take that.
the centre forward, Mr. Ian Wackhorn, who is he? Right. Tell the truth, picture. Now you're going to see, 24-year-old is the star. And top goal scorer with 20 goals in 42 games for the 5th division of the English.
It was interesting to get off the plane and have people come up to you and say thank you for falling off, which was very strange considering where we come from. You know, we play for an amateur club, and then you go there, and this Corinthians there is like the biggest team in the whole Brazil. And to have people coming up and saying thank you, you know, obviously nothing really to do with us, but for us to make that transition for them to become a club of the size they are.
We had little idea. Yeah. We had little idea of the history of the club. No, the importance of the history of the club until we went there. Unless you have seen football in Brazil, you cannot imagine, you cannot describe how passionate they are. There is no comparison to the fans in Brazil and what we mean to them. That you can't compare that to anything in England. And you know, I've been to a lot of matches in England, stood on terraces, blah 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 blah. But the football is a religion.
I mean, when we were there, we obviously went to see them in the cup final. We went into the stadium, and the crowd became aware that we were there. You know, we're basically a bunch of school teachers and media types and others. You know,
bankers.
Well, I was trying to keep it off tape. And you know, for them to be literally singing at a group of 40 people, you know, going crazy before their cup final, it was quite, you know, amazing stuff.
They all stood up as we took our seats, and he said, "Sit down. We're just a pub team."
Well, not a pub team.
We're not.
Just a working man's club team, maybe.
Yeah,
but not a pub team.
Yeah, not a pub team. They really looked after us. Yeah. It was actually humbling.
Off to Rio.
Another great day.
Another great day. Lovely sun. Leaving Sao Paulo.
Christ the Redeemer.
Christ the Redeemer.
Followed by on the beach for a little bit of beach football.
Lovely.
Followed by the Maracanã Stadium, little tour. Followed by back on the beach. Followed by a nice flight home.
Doesn't sound bad.
It's going to be a great day.
We played football on the Copacabana.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
just a wee kickabout in the Copacabana.
But they were good, technically outstanding, and we have a different game over here.
The beach has goals, we had a referee, we had crowds watching, we had a beer seller who sat on his cooler shouting cerveja at us all the way through the game, in which he was successfully selling quite a few. All in all, an unbelievable experience.
We watched the Brazilian youngsters playing football,
and we think, oh, they're great.
We watched them playing football, and we were offered. They said, "Oh, the Corinthians, you want to come and join in?" So they're playing the Futebol. Do you want to join in? And we've seen them. We've gone, nope.
They're too good.
Got a hamstring. What's Brazilian for hamstring? A hamstring.
What it meant a lot was because the Corinthians brought football to Brazil however many years ago, and obviously it had a big impact on them and a big impact on the club and the people. And it felt like we did a little bit of that as well, because we get to play on the Copacabana, and no one on the Copacabana had seen anyone hit the channels before. and honestly, they were.
No one had seen anyone in white this day.
Get it out of his feet, bang one in the channels, and honestly, it felt like we were bringing football to the Brazilians again.
Yeah, it was football at its lowest level.
They
just
thought
smashing
it was interesting.
Another highlight of the day for me personally was Chris Watney actually getting on the wrong plane. What happens in these third world country airports is they open the door and they invite you to find your plane. While every member of the tour party successfully read the ticket and found we were on VAST flight 4623, Chris Watney managed to get on a Varig Airlines flight that was going to Porto Alegre, which is about as far south in Brazil as you can go. Before realising he was on the wrong plane, sprinting off the said plane and running towards our plane, waving at the pilot to stop. Probably a highlight of the tour. Big game today. Boys are focused, boots are clean, kit's getting laid out, spare boots are getting polished. And we've got the Bee Gees running in our head. Na 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 na. Today's the day I get signed up by the Corinthians. Attacking right back, flair, vigour, pace, passion. I might not make it back to England, Bev. I think this is going to be my day. Signing off.
You are definitely my first.
Well, you might have the words in there, boy. Won't you please, please help me, help me.
It's like Diamond Nights, isn't it, with Glenn Hoddle and Chrissy Hoddle and that.
Help me. In the studio. How about Dave Roberts? What a bad decision. Dave Roberts, bad decisions of our time.
I'm not having this.
No.
Has the bus arrived?
Yeah, it's doing circles round the air.
Help me if you can, feel it down.
When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find to change my mind, I opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me?
I know the next one.
Oh, mate, but no one's following that. Good luck. So, you're right, mate. That was different gift.
You got to sing any song you want.
I'll keep my eye, mate.
I know what you got to do.
There's that living with me is bringing her down, yeah. And she would never be free when I was around, yeah. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. My baby don't care. Oh, okay.
I got my money. Yeah. I got some cheap cigars. And I spoke to about 3 people with it.
No, good.
And 2 women came out and spoke with them about
Just pulling up to the ground for the big game today against the Corinthians. Just a quick message from the lads that the club is buzzing. See you fellas.
Hey, come on! Little game today, boys. Only a little one, don't worry about it. Clapton away.
Not bad, boys. Not bad, Johnny.
We need chance. Not playing, yeah?
when we played them, to announce the game, they let off like an air raid. It's like an air raid siren, isn't it? That announces that Corinthians are playing at home on that day. A bit like that. But it, you know, at that point we were playing in a stadium that was empty, and they let the sirens off, and then within sort of 10-15 minutes, there's sort of a couple of hundred people there already turning up. I'm not even sure what day of the week it was, but there was giant flags and fans and everything, and obviously, you know, it's something that they're so passionate about. They just drop everything they're doing if it's work, and just to come and watch their team play football.
You hear the siren? Is that for us? Right, that's for you guys arriving. Special events. And the big contracts for football players they put on the siren.
By the bus. By the bus. By the bus to follow.
Yeah.
C'est ça. Rappelez au campo là.
À bientôt. We're kicking off now. We're just kicking off first, that's all.
A casual shirt.
Look at this. They're coming in. That's the entrance, I reckon.
This for us is the highlight. This is the highlight of your. It's all about playing. And this is probably the biggest game that some of us will ever be involved in terms of the overall occasion. Now, number one, there is TV, the spotlight is on us, you've got all the press here. I know we've said this time and time again, but they're just waiting for you to slip up. Right? Don't forget, I want you to compete, I want you to win, I don't want you to get involved in anything at all. You've got young lads out there that you're playing against, real youngsters that are going to be, you know, we don't quite know how what the temperament's going to be like, how they're going to react. Right? Whatever they do, don't react to it. If you happen to do a bad tackle accidentally, you pick them up. Right? You say, very sorry, you offer your hand, and you pick them up. Right? That is more important to me than anything else that happens today, is that we don't let ourselves down on the discipline side. And I know you're one of us, you were brilliant the other day. That didn't go unnoticed there.
So to answer your question, the current first team, what will they get out of it? What do they expect? They will have no idea. They will have no idea. And they'll go there and they'll never forget it. I'll never forget the feeling as long as they
Starting lineup with Johnny Hodge. Make sure you wear the right numbers. Okay? Number 2, Tony Blunt. Number 3, Simon Sobidi. Number 4, Mark Poe. Number 5, Dave Roberts. Number 6, Ian McDermott. Number 7, Simon Shergold, captain. Number 8, Simon Ray. Number 9, Chris Watney. Number 10, Ian Waghorn. Number 11, Jamie White. Number 12, Lynn Mandeville. 14, John Russell Smith. 15, Martin Thurston. 16, Paul Nash. Blank shirt, which is James Goodwin. And number 12, we've got 2 12s, which is Michael Owen. Mickey Hudson, 14, and John.
George, and this is the stadium that we played on in 2001 against Corinthians under-21 team, and I was just blown away. You know, it was unbelievable. And we came to play here, and again there was fans banging on the side of the bus as we came into the ground, and we walked out and you couldn't hear yourself think because of the drums. They were all sort of down that way, all these drums and flags behind the goal here, and it was just so exciting. And it was so incredible to be a part of this and feel this warmth from these fans in Brazil, and this feeling that you're a part of this much bigger story than you ever were in Tolworth.
And we played in the schools 11 against the Corinthians veterans.
And we get beat 9-0.
And we were lucky to get 0.
And thank God I was up front.
Because they kicked off, I was playing right back, he was playing up front, and they kicked off and went bump, 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 bump. I said, Robert,
they did.
We're going to
get humped. And there was about 3,000 people there watching.
Aye,
and it was shown live on Brazilian television.
Careca was in the stand commentating.
They had 9 guys who'd played for Brazil.
Six or 7.
9.
They had Vladimir, Biro, because I was chatting to...
You're going back to your 14-year-old days, you have no other names and everything, don't you?
No, there was a...
Listen, let me say, girls, mate.
There was a Brazilian lad came down last week and he was here today.
Raphael. And his wife Carol.
He brought his wife Carol. And we were having a chat last week.
She's a singer. Sorry.
Right. Speaking to him last week, and we're talking about the 2001 tour. And he said, "Oh, who'd you play against?" I said, "Well, Biro." He went, I says, "Vladimir." He went, He says that was a great team of that era. I says, "I know."
Yeah.
Because I watched them run rings around us. They were brilliant.
Uma bela festa, fogos, pose pra foto, chegou a hora de matar a saudade. O time brasileiro tem Solito, Vladimir, João Paulo, Birubiru e muito mais. Será que os ingleses aguentam? Difícil, em menos de 10 minutos, 3-0. O primeiro tempo termina 4-0, com 3 gols de João Paulo e 1 de Zenon.
O importante é isso, né? Você rever os amigos e ter oportunidade, né? Fui feliz, fiz 3 gols. Faz há muito tempo que eu não fazia.
We had Graham Pierce playing for us, who played in the 1984 FA Cup final.
85.
Was it 85? 84, Brighton, Man United.
85.
84.
Man United, Brighton. Nah, they're too young.
Will you play? One each. Golden Smith.
Smith must score.
That's it.
Well, we had a player played for the schools 11, the vets 11. Graham Pierce. He played for Brighton
in the FA Cup final.
And he moved from sweeper into midfield because he knew he was going to get a roasting.
I know. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
No, don't. In case Graham sees him.
No. Put that one.
Nós estamos oferecendo a eles mais essa homenagem, que é a volta à Inglaterra com mais um título, do qual nós vamos entregar uma faixa para ele levar lá para a Inglaterra.
O Corinthians-Casuals é da 5ª divisão de futebol inglês e fica sediado na cidade de Toworth, ao sul de Londres. Clube amador, o Corinthians-Casuals nunca viu tanta gente gritando Corinthians. Lá na Inglaterra, o time tem apenas 79 torcedores e todos cadastrados.
A gente compensa a falta de torcedor que eles têm lá, a gente manda um pouquinho pra lá pra eles.
Os masters dos 2 clubes entraram em campo para escrever mais uma página da história mística dos devotos de São Jorge. A formação do timão de outros tempos tem todas as caras conhecidas da torcida, todos comandados por Mário Cavallini.
Eu já passei dos 51, estou chegando aos 52, você vê que os outros que estão jogando perto de mim são quase todos garotos, mas a gente se sente satisfeito de estar participando ainda com essa turma, é motivo de orgulho para a gente.
Os veteranos brasileiros jogam para inglês ver, já que os gringos quase nem pegam na bola. Ao todo, 5-0 só no primeiro tempo.
Você mostrou ali que ainda tá com um pique bom, né? Correndo bem pra linha de fundo.
É, porque eu sou gato, né? Entendeu? Vou fazer 39 agora, entendeu? Então...
Fala assim que você vai pra seleção.
Olha que dá ainda, a dos masters, né? Aí dá legal.
Para a segunda etapa, muitas alterações dos 2 lados. Mas a principal mudança é no placar, até chegar em sonoros 9-0.
Pleased it wasn't 10.
Ele tá contente que não foi 10. Você volta numa festa dessa, é sempre gostoso, é sempre gratificante. Chega até a emocionar, a falar a verdade.
O intuito da atual direção do Corinthians é prestigiar essa equipe. E isso valoriza o passado, né? Um país que tem pouca memória. Acho que o Corinthians está tentando fazer aí o exemplo.
Aí, tá certo. Os velhinhos lá do Casual levaram uma cacetada, mas tudo bem, tudo em paz, é tudo festa. Agora, eu quero saber, conta pronto, o que vai acontecer. Vamos torcer para que o Corinthians dê 9-0 na ponta também.
Agora, quanto ao Corinthians, é sempre bom rever jogadores de qualidade como Vladimir, Zenon, Ataliba, enfim, jogadores que deixaram a Fiel com muita saudade.
I don't think they would ever experience anything like it ever again. No. I'm not going to come out with the old cliche, once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Whoops, I've just done it.
Yeah.
But
I keep telling my wife it's a once in a lifetime trip.
When you take it for granted, and we didn't take it for granted because we
No.
went to Japan as well in '92, and that was like, we go to Brazil, you can't take it for granted, and it's only you realise when you get there
what it means.
Yeah.
They're one of the top team in South America. What can a humble servant of football in South London say to them? Nothing really.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a trip we'll never forget.
going.
Yeah, it's memories that we'll never ever forget, and an experience that as amateur footballers that we were, to go and experience something on a professional level. You know, when we were arriving there, that was the year that United had the likes of Beckhams and Giggs that went out and played in the World Championship final, and we were just as big as they were, and it made us feel like we were on the same level as them for 10 days. An experience that none of us will ever forget.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
We don't know who the bloody hell
Just a load of turned up.
Yeah.
Just a load of nobodies.
Vai Corinthians! Corintianos!
Whatever you do, cut him out.
Stuff gets going Your love's like a slow train coming. I can feel it coming down the tracks. Oh, call me. I'll climb any mountain. Call me. I'll do anything. Ooh, can I fuck you? Can I touch you? I do the things that lovers do.